Cool. That is so weird that it does that. Have you heard it do that yet?
Oh, you're consenting to being recorded? What is happening?
Yeah. So they updated at some point, and that really caught us off guard the other day. I was like, why is it talking to me? But anyway, okay. So I already did the introduction. So I'm just going to go ahead and let you take the floor so that we're not taking too much of your time tonight. But again, this is Misty, and she's going to share her story with us.
Oh, what's up, guys? I think I know a few of you, but I don't recognize very many of you. So my name's Misty, and I have been thriving. Actually, this summer will be 5 years, which is absolutely crazy because I'm a quitter and I don't stick with anything. And so the fact that I've been taking these 3 steps consistently for almost 5 years, like, speaks volume, I think, for these products. But whenever I started, I hadn't heard about Thrive. I hadn't seen anything about Thrive. I didn't see a before and after. I saw nothing on social media, like never even heard about what Thrive was. Leanne, I'm sure you guys know her. She's been my best friend since 7th grade. And we were at dinner one night and Shireen kind of slipped her a sample under the table at dinner. And Leanne and I were kind of like, we don't have any idea what this is. Like, what the heck? Like, she's wearing this sticker. It's on her chest. Like, how weird. Like, who does that? Right? Like, we're adults. Why are we wearing stickers where everybody can see them? And so Leanne's like, listen, I'm going to try it. And then that's it. I'm like, all right, well, try it and let me know. So she started her experience and actually called me and was like, okay, I like what I'm doing. I want you to try it with me. At that time, I was a special needs school teacher. I gave 1,000% at my job. And by the time I came home, I was hitting the couch. I didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to get up, help my kids with their homework. I didn't want to take them to the YMCA to play soccer. I legit prayed for rain so that we didn't have soccer practice. Like, I didn't want to do anything. I just wanted to rest. I was living on coffee all the time. I woke up to make coffee. I got to school, made coffee in my classroom, made coffee before I got home. So I guess I didn't really know that I needed something. So I didn't really have a lot of expectations when I started the products. So Leanne liked it, sent me a sample because I was a teacher. So I was literally living paycheck to paycheck and I didn't have $150 to spend on something I had no idea what it could possibly do for me. So she sent me a sample and a few of us like all kind of started at the same time. So like I said, I hadn't heard or seen anything about it. So like when a few of us did hear about it through Shireen, we all sampled together. And I was in a group chat and I got my sample. And day one, I woke up, I took my capsules, waited 20 minutes, followed the directions. Like I actually did follow the directions. And I didn't notice anything, like nothing at all. And I'm in a chat and my friends are like, oh my God, I feel great. Oh my gosh, like I can't believe I like got up so early and I cleaned the house. Leanne's like, I'm down 5 pounds. I'm like, what the heck? So I'm like, yep, don't feel anything. Day 2, don't feel anything. Day 3, everybody's like loving their experience. And I'm like looking for something that I can tell has changed and like nothing changed for me. So, everyone ordered and I'm like, all right, if it's doing this for my friends and it's doing this for Leanne, like I'm going to give it like commit to actually placing an order. So I did. I placed an order. We screwed everything up. Leanne was in her VIP. She had me order as a customer. Then she had me order as a promoter to try to count me as a customer and a promoter, but you can't do that. So we literally, we were the blind leading the blind. I mean, like we had no direction. We had no idea what we were doing. And we were all just like leading each other without knowing what we were doing. So actually I placed an order. I ended up being a promoter, which promoting something where I had no story to tell was very difficult for me. I'm not fake. So I'm not one to tell everyone that these products changed my life without noticing that these products were changing my life. I wasn't going to get on and do before and afters. I didn't really have like weight to lose. I mean, I've never really struggled with that. It wasn't really something I was looking for. And so until I started noticing a difference, I kind of just borrowed everyone else's confidence. I borrowed Leanne's story. I borrowed her before and afters. I shared my journey about what it was doing for my friends before it was doing anything for me. Honestly, it wasn't until the 10th day that I actually like stopped for a second and kind of just looked at how my everyday life was going for those 10 days. Like I hadn't made one cup of coffee. I remember I even bought like those decaf K cups because I was like, you ain't taking this coffee away from me, girl. Like I need a vehicle for the creamer. I'm like a peppermint mocha kind of girl. And I never even opened the box of decaf K cups. I noticed that I wasn't finishing my meals, but I was full, but not like roll me to the car full. Like I was like good. I noticed that I had started, yeah, girl, I'm telling you, I drink a pot of coffee, but I also drink like one of those like things of creamer probably like every week. And that's really the worst, the worst part of drinking coffee. But I noticed that, or I started using that Couch to 5K app that had literally been collecting dust on my cell phone. Like I had been wanting to do it forever because I never ran a 5K. So I started doing that. I noticed that I was sleeping better and I didn't even know that I wasn't sleeping good, like literally. So like I started noticing all these little things. And so for me, like the Thrive experience wasn't like a bam kind of thing. Like the birds didn't come in and like take care of me when I woke up. Like the angels didn't sing. Like it was kind of like small changes throughout my everyday life that I wasn't looking for. And so, one, I love that my story kind of started that way because I can relate to some people that do samples. I don't know how you guys are with samples. I have a love-hate relationship with them, but I would have never started without a sample. And so, you know what? If it's going to cost me $15 to mail somebody some products that may or may not notice a difference, like I'm okay doing that because I would never be where I am today if I hadn't just trusted a friend, borrowed some confidence, and literally dove right in. So I can't believe that it's been so long. Yeah. So I actually didn't hit my VIP when I started. The day after my VIP was the best day of my life because Leanne was not calling me, asking me if I had someone ready to order. Because I didn't really notice a lot right in the beginning. So it was super hard for me to kind of get people that were interested. A lot of people were just hearing about it. I had a lot of people that wanted me to keep them posted on how I was doing and what these products were doing. And so actually by me not hitting my VIP, right after that, the very next month, Lavelle dropped a rank advancement bonus that was like absolutely unlike any other rank advancement bonus I had ever seen. Like it was all new volume and it was 100% match. And I feel like they paid it out every single week and I didn't even have to do anything extra. Like I hit the $4,000 one and then the next month I hit the $12,000 one and I hit my 12K. And I was very, very much not going to get a car. And okay, this is like a whole side note. I had a 2006 Hyundai Tucson and I remember buying my Hyundai Tucson at the dealership because it was just like a Lexus SUV. Like I sat in it. It had like the leather seats and I'd never had leather seats. Like I mean, I had never had anything like that. And I bought this Hyundai because it felt like my dream car, which was a Lexus SUV. And so when Leanne hit 12K, that girl went out and bought herself like a $90,000 Mercedes. And I was like, girl, you done lost your mind. You have lost your girl. She went way over her $800 budget for her luxury car. And I was like, what if you don't hit 12K? Like, what if you have to make this car payment? And she's like, I'm not going to make this car payment. And not one time have either one of us ever made a car payment. And so when I hit my 12K, I also got a $12,000 bonus. And I'm like, okay. So in my mind, I said, if I don't maintain 12K, at least I have this extra money coming in from this rank advancement bonus. I can pay my car payment. Abso-freaking-lutely not. Not one single time. There's something about walking outside and seeing that car sit there and working really, really hard to make sure that your behind never makes a car payment. And I've had my car. I actually, I got a Lexus SUV and then I traded in. I have a brand new Lexus SUV and I can't wait to trade it in for, now I want an Escalade because my kids are freaking huge and they don't fit in my Lexus SUV anymore. And like, they just keep getting bigger and we travel. So, I feel like I've kind of outgrown my Lexus, but maybe the larger Lexus, I don't know. We actually just drove through the dealership last weekend when Leanne and I were in Ohio. So, but I don't know. There's something about getting it. And I don't know where you guys are. I don't know if anyone's struggling. I know on our team, we have a lot of people that have hit 12K multiple times. Like I have a promoter that is a complete rock star and she is scared to death to go and get that car. But here's the thing, like I also see people that don't maintain 12K because they haven't went out and got that car. So if you guys are on the fence, I don't know where you guys are again, but get the car and put the work in to make sure that you hit that rank so that you get your car paid for. And this is my official second month of Auto Elite that I've gotten actually cleared out of on the 27th or the 25th auto ship. So that's awesome. So that Auto Elite actually pays out $1,600, which is like all I can think about right now. That's all I can focus on is like maintaining those customers. So it kind of changed your mindset when it comes to your business, because instead of flipping those promoters during some of those promos that drop, you're a little more careful and delicate with those amazing customers that we have and nurturing and customer service with them. So yep, that was a little bit about how I got started. Along that journey, I supplemented my teaching income with Lavelle, quit teaching. I did Lavelle full-time for 2 years. And I actually went to a charter school to sign up to substitute because I was really having a hard time like meeting new people, being at home all the time. So I went to the school to sign up to sub, and the principal hired me as a part-time teacher. And next thing you know, I'm full-time teaching again. And it's the end of the year. And if there's ever like a more exhausting time of year, it's like the last week of a COVID pandemic as a teacher. And we literally just had an outbreak of positive COVID cases, like over 30 in the last week. So I'm going to go ahead and get my bathing suit on, and I'm going to get my things packed for Mexico because I'm going to be missing the last 2 days of school to go on this getaway. And that's another thing. Like I had never had a passport. We always tried to vacation with our friends. Like this company has allowed us to go. This is my 11th getaway, and that's every single thing is paid for. Like it's insane. And I love to I love to travel. So like, this is like the perfect thing. I don't know, Alicia, do you want to unmute?
Yep, I'm going. I could tell you were like starting to slow down and I was like, she's going to ask me to.
Wait.
There we go. Okay. So I loved everything that you said. I know Dana has like a love-hate relationship with samples too. So there's a lot of people that kind of, they love them or they hate them. I was luckily a day one thriver, but I think I needed to be a day one thriver. If I was not, I would not have taken it on day two because I am the most inconsistent person. Mm-hmm. And I also didn't start my experience with a group of friends either. So I think that was like a big deal for you. And we do a lot of like sample blitz, and we put a lot of our samplers in group chats together. And I have noticed that makes a really big difference, whether they know each other or not. It really does make a huge difference because it kind of gives them an idea of the community, and they get to like notice different things about each other's experiences that they might not have realized that they were experiencing themselves. So that's really, really cool too. What is something that you feel like, what do you think you've struggled with the most over the last 5 years? Like
comparing my journey.
Yeah. I can see that.
Yeah. I have kind of, I don't know, like I've seen people come in, I've seen people with really fast growth. I've seen people with really slow growth. I personally know that my weakness is my mind, and I know that. So I also can tell a complete difference in every single thing that happens throughout my day when I'm taking care of my mind. So when I'm waking up and I'm doing my manifestation, when I'm listening to podcasts, when I'm reading motivational books, when I'm organized and I have a plan and I have goals set for myself each day, like I notice a complete change in how my day goes. When I wake up and I look online and someone else is where I want to be, or somebody else, like something that I'm working for happened to someone else. I don't want to say like I'm jealous, because I support and I appreciate and I love everyone that's successful, but it's hard for me to stay positive in my own journey when I allow myself to have a thought like that. When you know what I don't
Yeah,
know if that
no,
makes
that
any
makes
sense.
complete sense. Yeah. Because
Yeah.
I
So,
remember when I hit 200K, a lot of people were telling me that like I hit it really fast. And I'm like, are you kidding me? I feel like I've been doing this my whole life. Like it's been 2 years. And then I've seen other people whose journeys have taken them, 5 or 6 years to hit it. And so like that is definitely something that we try to stress a lot, that everybody's journey is different and everything, everybody's audience is different and things take time and everything happens when it's supposed to.
yeah.
Obviously when I wanted to hit 80K, I probably didn't need to hit 80K. Like I was not in the mental headspace to be an 80K leader. And then whenever I was like, okay, it's time to hit 200K, I wasn't in the headspace to be a 200K leader.
Right.
So I definitely agree with that. Does anybody have any questions? Let me see. And congrats on month 2 of Auto Elite. I remember you being so excited about that.
Oh my gosh. Listen, so the very first month that I even thought about hitting it, one of my girls that was a 12K didn't hit it. So I thought I had hit it and they didn't pay me for it because the rank wasn't maintained. So literally last month was and every month, like I've like almost hit it. I've hit it with the customers, but not like the other
Yeah.
stipulations. But like last month was my very first month to actually get paid on it. So
Well, that's cool. Tracy's issue always ends up being one customer. One at the last minute too.
Oh my
She's
gosh.
always at the last minute, and it's always by like a couple of dollars. Like they'll have an auto ship go through for like $96. I'm like, really, Karen?
Listen, I just found out on the 24th of May, 2021, that I can go to like my customers, scroll over next auto ship, right? And I can go to them and I can click on them and it tells me exactly how much their auto ship is scheduled to run for. Didn't know that. So I just happened to be going through it and one of my customers had dropped off and only had a pack of capsules in there. And I'm like, oh God, oh God, oh God, panic, 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 panic. And it was like 9 o'clock at night too. And so I had to like finagle some stuff, send some credits. I'm like, listen, like just add whatever, here's some credits. And then someone else's auto ship declined because the card was never updated. I'm like, no, this is not happening.
Yeah,
So
that would stress me out.
This was a stressful month. This was
I would go nuts. Oh, Toby had a question. Let me see. How active and or aggressive are you with follow up when handing out minis? I swear I can read. He just put about instead of are, and it threw me off.
Oh,
okay.
So I mean, first of all, we have a funnel that we follow. So before someone even gets a sample, there's like some hoops that we make them go through because I feel like they're going to have to be invested, even if it's not financially invested. So first we have to make sure that I say create your customer profile because I think customer account sounds like super salesy.
Yeah.
So we create them a customer profile. We add them to a customer base Facebook page that we have. It's called Live Your Best Life. And then we tag them in the What is Thrive video, which is the What is Thrive video that's on your Thrive 123 link. And once they do all of those things, then I will send the sample. And I check in with them when the sample is going to get there. Like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I typically send voice clips on how to take the products because I want them to hear the excitement in my voice. I check in with them when they get the sample in the mail because I say, listen, whenever you get your package in the mail, like, let's chat so I can tell you exactly how to take those products while you're holding them in your hand. Because you can say all day, like, you take those capsules first thing in the morning. Do they know that the capsules are in that little purple packet? Like, I like them to hold them, and then I like to walk them through that. And then I like to also give them the option, like, to ask questions. Cause at that time they're like, well, I drink coffee. Is that okay? Or I'm a little nervous about too much energy. Then I'm like, okay, you can do one capsule, a half a shake, and a DFT if you prefer. And I kind of like do it that way. But I typically check in with them like in the mornings, in the evenings, but I'm not like creepy. I'm just like, oh my gosh, how'd it go this morning? And then I check in, how was your day? And then hopefully, ideally, by building that relationship with them throughout their sample, I talk to them twice a day throughout their entire sample. And then hopefully by then they trust me enough to say, you know what, I really don't like vanilla shakes. Or, I really had a lot of energy. It was a lot at 9:00 at night. And so I can then brainstorm on how to work with their experience.
Love it. Let's see. All right. I don't think there are any more questions. Thank you so much again for responding last minute.
And give him a chance to get adapted to his new environment. Environment is everything. It literally affects the way you see things, the way you see the world.
We literally talked about that.
It's true.
I don't know what just happened. I tried to see who it was, but I couldn't. It got
was
so
Carly.
Daughter.
Okie dokie. So back to my thank you speech. Thank you again for answering me last minute and saying, yeah, I was like in the middle. I was watching the Friends reunion and I was like, oh shit, it's Thursday. I have a Zoom tonight.
Listen,
and I was like,
you're good.
Missy, I can't wait to see your face.
Like, I literally, I'm telling you, like, it's been so long since I've like talked. I mean, you get out of like the groove of it, and then
just love me forever. He hasn't had enough attention.
Who is that?
I'm gonna need you to get your computer out next time we do this, so you can.
Yeah, dude, this is.
Oh, is that Courtney? Is Courtney on as Thrive Army Leaders?
I don't even know how that, like, somebody has to like literally be pushing the unmute button or something. Like, how do you just?
Oh my gosh, what is going on, Brooke?
I don't know, Brooke. I don't know what's going on. Oh my word. So yeah. But I totally get that too, because like it's so easy to get out of the groove, especially when there's so many things going on, rank advancement, Palooza.
Yeah, for sure.
Traveling, work, whatever. So yeah, totally.
But it's important. It's important. There's no better way to light your fire than telling your story. And I always I tell my team, like, somebody's sitting at their house waiting to hear your story. So I preach it. I do preach it. And it's super, super important. So thank you for pushing me to jump on. And I couldn't say no.
You could have, but then you would have just been mean.
I have a reputation to uphold.
I know. I'll have to tell everybody that you argued with me about it first.
Perfect.
But I will see you next week, and I cannot wait. I hope everyone has a great night. We do, I'm assuming, have social media after this. So if you guys want to stay on and hang out, Mandy and whoever else is going to be doing social media. And Misty, I hope you have a great night. Thank you so